Wow. Now, when I uploaded that Warcraft 3 video, the first of this month, I did not expect it to blow up the way it has. Now, let me put this into perspective. The most popular video on my YouTube channel was the Buffed Marauder video, sitting at, I believe, 555 views maybe. I think it's almost to 600. But my Warcraft 3 video, as of recording this, is up to 6,000 plus views. This is crazy. All right, this video has been going crazy viral. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys who have come and watched the video. This is insane. I appreciate all the feedback that was left on the video, all the comments, even the ones that were a bit more negative. I am sorry that I didn't cover current information. That makes a lot of sense to me, actually. I should have talked about the way the game is now, but I just wanted to talk about what I wanted to talk about, and a lot of you guys seem to enjoy that. So I have a little bit more to say about Warcraft, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. I'm just going to be talking about my thoughts on Warcraft 3. So why we haven't gotten one, and realistically what I think we could talk about with that. So I think the elephant in the room that needs to be addressed with Warcraft 4 is World of Warcraft, because I think the reason why a Warcraft 4 hasn't happened yet is because of WoW. After Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, Blizzard adopted the sort of MMORPG genre of video games and created WoW, which was extremely popular. And I think many players recognize the brand Warcraft by World of Warcraft and not Warcraft 3 or the other real-time strategy games, Warcraft Orcs vs. Humans and Warcraft 2. I believe that it's Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness. Now, for those of you guys who have played WoW, I know everyone loves WoW. WoW is a great game. Classic WoW, I believe, is like the really fun even to this day, and there have been legendary players of World of Warcraft. I have not played World of Warcraft, so I cannot comment on what it is like, but I have heard a few things about WoW. I understand it changes the lore a lot. Now, for me, I only know the lore from Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne. And for instance, the ending of The Frozen Throne had Arthas killing Illidan, and all sorts of the other factions and characters have very specific areas that they're in at the end of The Frozen Throne. But I understand that World of Warcraft changed a lot of this. Like Illidan never died. The scene with Sylvanas and Varimathras, he never killed Belnazar, which was a very crucial part of the Scourge campaign with Sylvanas, and a lot of the individual story aspects are quite different in World of Warcraft. Now, I believe one of the reasons that we wouldn't be getting a Warcraft 4 that'd be a direct sequel to Warcraft 3 is because Warcraft 3: The Frozen Throne came out in 2003, and it has been a very, very long time since then. And so the Warcraft lore is probably going to be referred to from WoW with Blizzard if they were to make a Warcraft 4. So I do believe a Warcraft 4 would take place sometime during a WoW expansion, either one that's out right now or the newest one or something like that. Now, the classic story of Warcraft 3 and the lore and all that stuff can only really be enjoyed by people that go back and routinely play Warcraft 3, one of my favorite games of all time for sure. And I think the people that remember these real-time strategy games, the story is quite different, and players back then remember things a lot different. And so, but I think a lot of people haven't really played the real-time strategy game. They just have played WoW or know about WoW, which is very much more recognizable than Warcraft 3, for example. I want to talk about sort of RTS games for a second because in my group of friends, RTS games are very, very niche. I grew up with RTS games like Age of Empires and StarCraft and Warcraft 3, of course, even Warcraft 2. So I absolutely love real-time strategies, but a lot of people I play with, especially online on Xbox, don't even know what an RTS game is. And for those of you who don't know, RTS stands for real-time strategy. And so the Warcraft 3 story, I think many of us want it to continue after the events of the Frozen Throne. So Arthas becomes the Lich King, Illidan is dead, Kael'thas and Vosh are in Northrend, Rexxar becomes the champion of the Horde under Thrall, Jaina has her group of humans, and in Lordaeron, Sylvanas and Varimathras are part of, I forget what their faction is called. Oh yes, the Forsaken. And I think Kel'Thuzad is still in Lordaeron as well. And so, and I believe the Night Elves are now doing Night Elf things, and Maiev is still in Outland somewhere. And so all these characters and all these storylines they still had room to expand upon in Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. After that would be a potential sequel. They still had room to expand. Unfortunately, I think the closest thing that we got to a Warcraft 4 was in the form of Wrath of the Lich King, where the Lich King gets up from the Frozen Throne and walks around Northrend. Even though this is a WoW expansion, I do think this is sort of the closest thing we ever got to a Warcraft 4. Now, I do think it is very unlikely that we would ever see a Warcraft 4, and I don't even know if I want to see a Warcraft 4 now, considering how Blizzard sort of butchered Warcraft 3, the classic game, and a Warcraft 4 probably would be very different. It probably would have microtransactions. Unfortunately, Blizzard just isn't the same amazing company they were back in the day. So I don't even think I want a Warcraft 4 realistically. It's sad because I think many of us that have played the original games and remember those real-time strategies and look upon them fondly would love to see a good, awesome RTS style Blizzard game once again with new graphics, better gameplay mechanics, an expanded story, and all that stuff. And we might still get that, but I do think it would be during a WoW expansion. To tie this all into a nice bow, for me, the lore of Warcraft ended with Arthas sitting on the frozen throne after merging with the Lich King as the music swells and you get a rush of memories and an immense satisfaction of completing one of the best, most memorable campaigns of all time. I'm Gunz Is Wearier. Those are my thoughts on Warcraft 4. Thanks for watching. Also, I don't usually post Warcraft related videos, so if you enjoy Doom Eternal, Minecraft, or Halo, you may want to stick around. And I invite you to explore the rest of my channel and see if you find something you enjoy. Alright, that's all. Take care.